Students, family members, friends, faculty, and guests throughout the world, welcome to Northeastern State University's Fall 2020 Commencement Ceremony for the Gregg Wadley College of Science and Health Professions undergraduate students. My name is Debbie Landry, and I serve as Provost and Vice President of Academic Affairs. Today, in addition to our fall graduates for graduation, we recognize spring and summer graduates who have chosen to participate in this ceremony. All spring and summer graduates were also recognized during a virtual ceremony in May. We particularly want to welcome guests and family members who are watching through our live streaming service. At this time, we ask those within the event center to rise for the national anthem sung by Lacey Franklin, a music education major at NSU. Lacey will be accompanied by the NSU Brass Quintet, Timmy Caputo, trumpet, Jackson Washburn, trumpet, Denario Schultz, horn, Lily Lewis, trombone, and Dylan Ward, tuba. Miss Jamie Combs, a faculty member in the special education program, will serve as interpreter for this ceremony. Would you please rise for the national anthem?
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the lands of the free and the home of the brave?
Thank you, Lacey. Please be seated. It is now my honor to introduce Northeastern State University's 19th president, Dr. Steve Turner, who will extend his greetings.
Good morning, everyone. On behalf of the entire NSU family, I want to say welcome to each of you, and welcome to your families, friends, loved ones that may be connecting to us through live stream. I certainly want to congratulate all of the degree candidates from the Gregg Wadley College of Science and Health Professions. What I would say in the beginning to each of you is that this has been a year unlike any that any of us have ever experienced. We've changed so many things. You have persevered, and it's an honor to join you this morning. So I am proud of your accomplishments, and thank you for joining us today. As we look around in this beautiful arena, you can see the colors of the seasons with the red poinsettia that gets coupled with the dark green of Northeastern State. You can, as you drove up, there were parking attendants that helped you get where you needed to be. There were police officers that were making sure that we didn't have any traffic issues. You've got folks with cameras that are feeding information to the live stream and pictures of you. So even though you have a mask on, smile because your eyes look better when you smile. We have folks behind television cameras and at soundboards and interpreter, people from many parts of our campus have volunteered their time from many areas, facilities to set this up. Let's say thank you to those folks that made this fourth of 5 commencements possible today. If you would, please join me in thanking them. A moment ago, I mentioned your families. I'd like to say a little bit more about them at this time. You're here because you've accomplished a lot, but you did not accomplish this graduation on your own. You have been supported since birth by parents, grandparents, brothers, sisters, husbands, wives, and some of you children, some of you great-grandparents. Although they're not able to be with us in this facility, I think this is the right time to say a big, heartfelt thanks to those loved ones that have supported us. So let's make some noise as much as you want, and let's thank our families so that they know that we care about them and we miss them today. Thank you, families. It's important that I mention veterans. If you look at NSU's history, all the way back to the very beginning, anytime our nation has called, our students, faculty, and staff have responded. I know today that there are some of you who have served or are serving in one of the branches of the military, or perhaps some that are watching the live stream have served. If you are a veteran in any of the branches, would you stand at this time and let us recognize you appropriately with applause? All veterans, would you stand, please? Yeah. Usually at these events, the stage, the platform is filled with a number of individuals who play a role in the life of the institution, your department, or your college. Due to CDC guidelines today, we've separated and we only have those on the platform that have a speaking role. I do want to introduce, though, the members of the cabinet. There are 4 vice presidents that supervise 4 different divisions that work almost tirelessly to make sure that the operations move forward smoothly. You've met one of those, Dr. Debbie Landry, the vice president for academic affairs and provost. To my right, we have Dr. Jared Freeman, the VP of student affairs. Now you're going to have to spin around and look to the left, up at the top, or your right, whichever. We have Christy Lansall, the VP of Administration and Finance. Next to her, we have Mr. Dan Mayberry, Vice President for University Relations. So I appreciate them and thank them for what they do. Now thank you all. Now to the May, July, or December 2020 candidates, graduates. Everything has changed in the COVID-19 world, and most of everything is different. Different is not always better. Different is not always better. I think back to March 7th when the state of Oklahoma recognized the first COVID case out of Tulsa, Oklahoma. And you've seen the numbers where they are today. What I would say in your life is that it changed so many things. For example, in March we had to pivot very quickly from so many in-person classes to totally online or VCM. In your personal life, you're no longer able, nor should you, get together with large groups of friends. In Thanksgiving, it became very apparent that many of us could not get together with our loved ones. You see, different is not always better. My father is up in years, and unfortunately, for the first time in my life, we were unable to share Thanksgiving lunch with him. And I guess you know that means that Christmas will pass this year, and there'll be a celebration, but it will be only with our immediate family. Different is not always better. But what I can tell you is that things are going to get better. We may be 5 or 6 months away from some more normalcy, but it's coming. And as I think about that, what I would say to you is the coronavirus has taken away many of our normal activities, but it cannot take away your accomplishment. Nor will it steal our zeal to recognize and celebrate your accomplishments. May graduates, you will recall decades from now that you are the first ever virtual graduates. For the December graduates, and perhaps May of 2021, but certainly the December 2020 graduates, someday you will tell your great-great-grandchildren that you were part of the masked graduates. All of you have overcome difficulties not experienced in our state and in our nation since 1918. History records that as the war to end all wars, World War I, was wrapping up, there was also another enemy that they were fighting in the trenches, and it was called the Spanish flu. You can look back and you will see that in the Spanish flu that almost 7,000 Oklahomans lost their lives. So this is the first time we've dealt with a pandemic, but certainly the first time in more than a century. What I would say to you, each of you, that you're strong, you're tenacious, and committed. My hope and prayer is that you will do great things from when you leave here, and that you will also continue to do your part to stay healthy and safe, but you will also continue your commitment to keep others healthy and safe. I'm so proud of you. And lastly, we are really an immersive learning institution. We believe in experiential learning at Northeastern. State. I believe every interaction matters. However, the group that has the greatest interaction and certainly has the greatest impact on your education are the faculty. So we have some of the faculty. What I would say to the faculty, thank you for your contributions. Students, thank you for being here today. We look forward to getting back with you and making additional comments in just a little bit. Thank you very much.
Students, faculty members from the Gregg Wadley College of Science and Health Professions are seated behind you and are here to share this moment. Our faculty bring Northeastern State University statewide, regional, national, and international recognition. But most importantly, they care about our students and their success. Please join me in expressing our appreciation to the NSU outstanding faculty. Faculty, would you please stand? Thank you. Please be seated.
Good morning. My name is Jared Freeman, and I serve as the Vice President for Student Affairs. At this time, we wish to recognize outstanding students at Northeastern State University. The Riverhawks Initiating Service and Engagement, known as RISE, is a 4-year scholarship program designed to develop leadership skills through community service and civic engagement. RISE scholars maintain high academic standards, fulfill service hour requirements, and organize university-sponsored service events. As I call your name, please stand to be recognized. Michaela Brianne Brumley, Broken Bow, Nutritional Sciences, Allied Health major. Mariel Antoinette Boutram, Shawnee, Nutritional Sciences, Dietetic major. And Abigail Rose Moore, Shawnee, Nutritional Sciences, Allied Health major. Thank you, Michaela, Mariel, Abigail, for your services to NSU and the community. You may be seated.
Will Katie Marguerite Fletcher make your way to the right side of the stage? Established in 2001 and directed by Dr. Karen Carey, the NSU Honors Program features a learning environment where students work with faculty members and peers in courses focused on independent research and participation in co-curricular cultural experiences. Students in the honors program must maintain a 3.25 grade point average or above and complete a senior research project. Katie, please come forward to receive your honors medallion. Katie is a nutritional sciences allied health major from Locust Grove. Her project was titled Aggressive Behavior of Little Brown Skinks, and her mentor was Dr. Mark Paulison. Thank you. Let's go ahead and provide one more round of applause for Katie. She goes back to her seat. Okay. Our final recognition is for students with grade point average honors. Undergraduate honors students wear paired cords that are green with white, silver, or gold, depending on the recognition. The names of the fall 2020 honor graduates and the grade point average qualifications for undergraduate honors are in your program. These students will be recognized individually as they cross the stage. Please join me in recognizing our Fall 2020 cum laude, magna cum laude, and summa cum laude honor students. Honor students, please stand. Thank you. Please be seated.
It's a pleasure to introduce our commencement speaker, Kimberly Teehee, the Cherokee Nation's first designated congressional delegate and a former White House staff member serving as a senior policy advisor for Native American affairs during the Obama administration. While at the White House, Kim was instrumental in securing reauthorization of the Violence Against Women Act. She has served her country and tribe in various roles, including Vice President and Director at Cherokee Nation Businesses. Kim has been recognized with multiple awards, including Pinnacle Woman of the Year, Journal Record Woman of the Year, and most recently in 2020, Time Magazine's Top 16 Equality Activists Fighting for a More Equal America. Kim graduated in 1991 with the Bachelor of Arts in Political Science and earned her Juris Doctorate degree from the University of Iowa College of Law. This year, she is serving as NSU Sequoia Fellow and was recognized as one of NSU's distinguished alumni earlier this fall. While Kim was unable to be here, she was able to record her remarks earlier this week. I'll direct your attention to the monitors at the center of the stage for her commencement address.
OCO, I am Kimberly Teehee, Cherokee Nation Delegate to Congress and Director of Government Relations for the Cherokee Nation, the largest tribal nation in America. I am also the 2020 Sequoia Fellow here at NSU, and more importantly, I am an alumnus of this wonderful institution. I've sat directly in the same seats as you, and I've gone to class, made good grades, was worried about making money and waiting to start a new life chapter. More than anything, though, I was inspired and excited about the world and what I could achieve in it. One thing I never experienced, and I am in absolute awe that you have been able to navigate so deftly, is the new now and the reality of COVID-19. I know losing the past year and your senior experience is not something anybody had planned, but it'll definitely affect your lives forever and something that you will never, ever forget. Life is unpredictable, and we are living that truth now. Who could have ever imagined 2020 would end like this? We are seeing tremendous suffering from many people and witnessing firsthand some of the disparities in our communities, like food security, access to healthcare, and being able to connect with the larger world via computer and phone access. I am reminded of a quote from my mentor, the late Cherokee Nation Chief Wilma Mankiller. 35 years ago this month, she was sworn in as the first female principal chief of the Cherokee Nation. She laid the foundation for the success that the tribe is seeing today. I was proud to work for her as an intern and proud to call her my dear friend. She was a person I learned so much from about personal responsibility and work ethic. She said, "Cows run away from the storm while the buffalo charges toward it, and it gets through it quicker. Whenever I'm confronted with a tough challenge, I do not prolong the torment. I become the buffalo. I become the buffalo. Today, we are facing a major storm. Actually, the pandemic-fueled socioeconomic reality that is more like an F5 tornado instead of a thunderstorm. And how you respond to it is telling. This is hard. There is no getting around that fact. Which will you be? Will you run away or will you run into the fray? This epic challenge can be used to your advantage. Because you are running into the storm, you are gaining invaluable skills in creativity and flexibility. You are learning fluidity by adapting on the fly and executing tough objectives. All these skills are vital in the modern workplace and will be critical in your future. All of the things you have been through up to this point make you who you are. And the best part is you're just getting started. As you move on from this place and the NSU campus, you will embark on your next step. It may feel like it's going too fast, but evolution is good. You may not land your dream job right away, and that's okay, because hard work and pay and dues are part of the process. That's another lesson I learned from Chief Man Killer. First jobs aren't forever, and your first job will not be the perfect job. First jobs will only be the fraction of your career. It doesn't mean you're wasting your time. You can start anywhere and ultimately get where you want to be. Your career and your life are absolutely affected by countless unknown events. A life partner with his or her own opportunity, a sick parent, child, or grandparent, or an interest that turns into a business venture. I'm still learning those lessons myself. I've lived in Washington, D.C., worked in Congress and the White House, and shaped national Native American policy in America at its highest level. I love being in Washington, and I love being in a role where a Cherokee woman can have a positive and direct influence on some of the most important people in the world. But I moved home 6 years ago because I wanted to be with my family and work for my people. My heart always wanted to come back to Northeast Oklahoma. Under current Principal Chief Chuck Hoskin Jr., I have been blessed with a new challenge, a once-in-a-lifetime chance. Fulfilling a negotiated treaty right, Chief Hoskin named me Cherokee Nation's delegate to the U.S. Congress. It's a role that has been guaranteed in multiple treaties signed with the United States from 1785, 1835, and 1866, as well as our own tribal constitution. However, the role was never fulfilled until last year. Chief Hoskin's nomination of me as our delegate to Congress was the first step in a long journey that we are working diligently toward getting this position seated. More than anything, I'm proud. I'm proud to represent my tribe, my college, and my family. I'm especially proud because hopefully other little girls across the Cherokee Nation reservation can see themselves in me. They can see a girl from a community like Claremore, Oklahoma, and whose roots are in Stillwell, who went to college in Tahlequah and today has an historic prospect awaiting her in Washington, D.C. They can see somebody just like themselves and aspire to be something bigger. I want those little girls, and I want each one of you here today to know that any achievement is possible. Growing up, my dad always said, "The sky's the limit, so soar like an eagle." To this day, he reminds me of this. To me, it feels like just yesterday when I was your age in my early 20s. That version of me did not know she would be working with presidents, congressmen, and chiefs of tribal nations, that she herself one day would be a delegate to Congress. One thing I should tell you, though, is that I prepared for success while I was at NSU. And I encourage you to prepare for and celebrate your successes and to pursue your passions with fervor. For me, I love public policy development and making the lives of Cherokees and all Indian people across the country better. So I pursued leadership roles in Native affairs. I pursued it with a passion and a laser commitment because it is important to me. This means being proactive, assertive, and building the narrative around the issue I'm trying to address. And I've loved every minute, and I still do. It doesn't mean I don't still face challenges and struggles. We all face adversity. We all face storms, but it is how you respond to those storms that define you. Will you run away or toward that storm? I have lost battles from time to time, but I persevere and have learned from those experiences. They strengthened me and made me even more determined. For me, true failure is not losing a policy battle. True failure would be that I never even tried to make a difference in this world, that I never stood up for the ideals and the people that I value, that I never ran toward the storm. So I'll simply say this: become the buffalo. Or as we say in Cherokee, yance. True failure is cheating yourself out of what you are capable of. Always believe in yourself and your innate abilities, and don't get discouraged, at least for very long, because it is the challenges you overcome that will provide your greatest strength and greatest reward. NSU was and will always be a deeply important place to me. Our lives are a compilation of our memories. Both you and I have distinct mental snapshots of our time on this campus and our experiences in the Tahlequah community. You will experience new chapters after you move on from these halls, and you will make new memories that will mold you and help shape you into the person you are meant to be. I can't wait to see the paths that you blaze. Is there another Wilma Mankiller or Kim Teehee out there in the audience today? Somebody who will stand on the foundation that's been established and raise the bar higher. I hope so. I hope your journey and path leads you someplace special. Our travels in and around this part of Oklahoma usually cross many, many times. So until our paths cross again,
Very good message, right? We're so proud of Kim Teehee. When we're able to get together, it is a tradition to present a gift to the commencement speaker to commemorate their time with us. The gift is a small medallion, which is basically the office of the president or the official seal of the institution that I wear at official events like this. For your perspective, you can see them better on the gonfalons on the stage. And you'll notice two dates, 1846 and 1909. The 1846 is for November 26, 1846, when the Cherokee Council passed an act that ultimately created the Cherokee National Female Seminary. The date at the bottom, 1909, reflects March 6, 1909, when we became a public institution in a very young state, the state of Oklahoma. We wouldn't be where we were without the Cherokee Nation. So I will present this to Kim when we're able to meet together. So one more time, let's say congratulations to Kim Teehee and thanks for her words. Thank you, Kim.
It is time to present candidates for baccalaureate degrees. Each candidate will be recognized on stage. After all candidates are recognized individually, President Turner will confer degrees. Dr. Luke Foster will announce names. Faculty, at this time, I ask if you concur with these recommendations for degrees. If so, please rise. Thank you. Please be seated. Dr. Turner, I am pleased to present these candidates upon whom the baccalaureate degree will be conferred. Baccalaureate candidates, please come forward.
Katie Fletcher. Colby Hutchinson. Alondra Jimenez Ledzema. Lillian Morris. Kyla Matthews. Alicia Cole. Joshua Holmes. Chandler Merle. Tanner Jazik. Michaela Brumley, magna cum laude. Jordan Baylor Sparks, summa cum laude. Haley Fricks. Joseph Daniel Sullivan, magna cum laude. Caitlin Grissom. Esther de la Cerda, summa cum laude. Abigail Moore, magna cum laude. Elizabeth Potts, summa cum laude. David. Amorisa McQuarters. George Jaden Hubler. Allison Courtney Sitton. Sarah Joetta Chapman. J.C. Lynn Hill, magna cum laude. Katie Anderson. Bailey Smith, summa cum laude. Jenna Love. Marcy Weisenhunt. Zoe Colmer. Heather Greninger. Tanya McGee, cum laude. Reagan Roselle. Cassidy Criddle. Kayla Edmondson, cum laude. Logan Robertson. Sean McCaleb, summa cum laude. Beverly Clemens. Hillary Lee. Gracelyn Ross. Shai Cochran. Laura Grusman. Mariel Buttram, magna cum laude. Panya Jo Alagoya. Yusuf Malik. Elijah Reidenauer. Chase Wooldorf. Gregory Jones. Sonia Beagles. Shay Horn, magna cum laude. Latoya Antoinette Poe.
Students, it is time for the conferring of degrees. Will all baccalaureate degree candidates please rise? President Turner, pending the results of a final degree audit, I certify that the candidates standing before you have completed all requirements for the baccalaureate degree respectively, and I recommend that the degree to which they are individually entitled be conferred.
Thank you, Dr. Landry. Consistent with the statutes of the state of Oklahoma, the Oklahoma State Regents for Higher Education, and the Board of Regents of the Regional University System of Oklahoma, and by the authority vested in me by the state of Oklahoma, it is my pleasure to confer upon each of you the baccalaureate degree as printed in the program with all of the rights, ranks, privileges, and responsibilities such a degree carries among scholars. Now the good part, other than when you heard your name called. Graduates, there's a tradition in higher education that signifies the passage from being a student candidate for graduation to becoming a graduate. At this time, please move your tassels from the right side to the left side. Thank you. You may be seated.
Graduates, as you know, Northeastern State University has a long history of service to Oklahoma. Our alumni have accomplished great things in their professional and personal lives. Today, you are joining this distinguished group, and we are your partner as you begin this next chapter in your life. Here to explain the benefits of membership in the Alumni Association is Daniel Johnson, NSU's Director of Alumni Relations.
So just mere moments ago, President Turner conferred upon you your baccalaureate degree. And if you were paying attention, you heard him say that it carried with it certain rights, ranks, privileges, and responsibilities. I'd like to share just a little bit more about those rights, ranks, privileges, and responsibilities. Because of your efforts and your perseverance over the last number of years, you have earned the right to call yourself a graduate of Northeastern State University. And today you have joined a family of over 60,000 living alumni who form what we call the Green and White Network. And because you've earned this right to call yourself an NSU alumnus, the NSU Alumni Association will always strive to keep you connected with NSU and with each other. Rights, ranks, privileges, and responsibilities. You and your fellow graduates have earned the rank of Bachelor of Science, Bachelor of Science in Nursing. And you have done something that less than, or about roughly 1/3 of the U.S. population has done in earning a college degree. And because of that, more doors will now be open to you. You'll have access to greater opportunities. And you can rest assured that you are better positioned for success because of your rank. You can imagine the privileges that come with the degree you carry, but I'd like to talk more specifically about the privilege of being a member of the Alumni Association. Alumni Association members are entitled to many benefits and perks, including exclusive invitations, discount rates on insurance, health care, and also through our Green and White Perks program, you can save money on everything from travel to entertainment to shopping and even more. We'll, of course, be sending you more information on this soon, but I do hope that you will take the opportunity and the privilege of staying connected to NSU through Alumni Association membership. Rights, ranks, privileges, and the most important one, responsibilities. As a Northeastern State graduate, you now share in the responsibility of adding value to the NSU degree. Adding value to the NSU degree. You may be wondering how you go about doing this. Well, let me share with you 4 ways to consider. First, become excellent at what you do. Second, be worth more than you cost. Third, do what you say you're going to do. And fourth, outwork everyone. I promise if you do these 4 things, you will certainly be upholding the responsibility of adding value to the NSU degree. Those who have been a part of your journey to get here today are certainly proud of you, and you should feel the pride as well in what you have accomplished. Now, as you close this chapter on your time at NSU, show your pride by living your life in such a way that you add value, or that you have earned this college degree. This degree from Northeastern State University, with all its rights, ranks, privileges, and responsibilities. Congratulations. Greener days are ahead, and I'll see you soon.
Thank you, Mr. Johnson. As we come to the close of this ceremony, please listen carefully to these directions to facilitate a safe and smooth exit from the arena. In just a moment, we will ask you to stand for the NSU Alma Mater. Freeman de Graffenried, a criminal justice major, will sing the Alma Mater, first in Cherokee, recognizing NSU's historical significance as the Cherokee National Female Seminary. Then we ask all audience members to join music education major Joshua Bowling in singing the English lyrics. Both Freeman and Joshua will be accompanied by the NSU Brass Quintet. Following the Alma Mater, ushers will guide students out alternating rows to the east and west entrances of the arena and then outside. Faculty and the platform party will be dismissed after graduates have left the arena. Now please stand for the Alma Mater.
Digi squat jigi nico hilages esti adela quosti ale du godai Dalena ijiki Juna delo costi quod esti.
Alma Mater, forever may you live. Knowledge and freedom with truth you gladly give. Roots from the Cherokees and promises for our future. O Northeastern State, we shall honor you.